Welcome back to our series on decoding faces for smarter leadership. In episode 1, we explored the foundations of facial profiling and how expressions reveal leadership styles. Today, we're going deeper. We'll discover how to spot one of the most vital qualities in business confidence, the kind of presence that says, "I'm in charge," before a single word is spoken. This ability to identify decision makers, influencers, and leaders instantly can be a superpower in the corporate world. Confidence isn't just a vibe, it's a posture, a pattern, a combination of facial signals. When you walk into a boardroom or an interview, some faces naturally stand out. They hold space differently. They project clarity, authority, and certainty. These are often the decision makers, the individuals with high self-trust and conviction. But how do we identify them using facial profiling? Let's begin with eye contact. Individuals with a confident profile often maintain steady, wavering eye contact, aggressive, not evasive, but calm and present. Their pupils remain stable, and they rarely blink rapidly. This subtle signal tells you they're not flustered, and they're used to being in control. Confidence lives in the eyes, but it's also backed by facial posture. Look at the brow zone. A slightly raised inner brow with relaxed outer edges often shows openness, empathy, and balance. In contrast, tightly furrowed brows can signal control, tension, or impatience. Confident people may show momentary tension, but their baseline expression returns to calm quickly. This facial elasticity, the ability to recover from emotional spikes, is a trait found in experienced decision makers. Another powerful signal is the chin. Well-defined chin, especially one that points slightly forward without being forced, reflects determination, assertiveness, and goal orientation. People with strong chins tend to hold their ground in debates, defend their decisions, and push forward, even when challenged. A receding chin may signal compliance or hesitation. Again, no trait is inherently good or bad, but in a leadership context, a strong chin is often a visible marker of someone who will drive action. The mouth also plays a key role. Confident individuals tend to have a balanced mouth, posture not too tight, not too loose. When they smile, it's usually controlled and purposeful. They know when to express emotion and when to withhold. Leaders who smile frequently but without purpose might seem unsure or overly accommodating. Those who never smile may project rigidity. A confident leader uses facial expression intentionally, creating trust while reinforcing authority. Let's talk about micro-expressions. These are rapid, involuntary facial expressions that reveal true feelings. In decision makers, you'll often spot quick expressions of evaluation. A half-second eyebrow raise, a tightening of the lips, or a brief flaring of the nostrils. These are subtle cues that the person is calculating, weighing options, or asserting control. Being able to read these expressions helps you predict their next move. The jawline and facial tension also reveal emotional endurance. Decision makers often display relaxed jaw muscles until under direct pressure. In a negotiation, they remain composed. Their facial profile remains symmetrical, even under stress. This calm under pressure is what separates reactive employees from resilient leaders. Symmetry and muscle control are key. Another area often overlooked is the forehead. A broad, smooth forehead with a slight vertical tension line between the brows can indicate a strategic thinker. These lines, when subtle, show mental exertion without emotional excess. Leaders with highly wrinkled, overly tense foreheads may be overthinking or carrying emotional burdens. In contrast, a confident strategist displays clarity and focus, and this can be read in their upper face. Let's consider real-world use. Imagine you're in a hiring interview for a high-stakes leadership role. Two candidates sit in front of you. One has relaxed shoulders, makes eye contact with poise, and offers brief, structured answers. Their expressions are symmetrical and controlled. The other fidgets, avoids direct gaze, and offers long, meandering responses. Even before you check qualifications, you're likely to feel more assured by the first candidate. That's the subconscious power of facial profiling. Facial profiling isn't about hiring based on looks. It's about understanding energy, emotion, and leadership readiness. If someone carries stress in their cheeks, tightens their lips frequently, and avoids conflict eye contact, it may indicate emotional reactivity. Someone with a square jaw, neutral lips, and relaxed gaze often demonstrates confidence, control, and clarity. These are the people you want driving key decisions. At FOQUS AI, we've trained our systems to detect these subtle traits in less than a second. By analyzing symmetry, expressions, and structural markers, our platform creates a profile of leadership tendencies. This helps companies not only hire better, but also coach existing teams more effectively. Let's now talk about the power of presence. Have you ever felt the energy shift when someone walked into the room? That magnetic pull where everyone just knows someone important has arrived? That's presence. It's made up of posture, pace, expression, and most importantly, facial projection. Confident leaders project their intentions clearly. Their face isn't cluttered with fear or confusion. They make people feel seen. They invite alignment through presence, not pressure. Understanding this helps in many corporate situations, presentations, sales meetings, board discussions, and crisis moments. In all these, people scan faces for emotional cues. If your facial profile projects doubt, your message weakens. If it shows alignment between thought and expression, your message gains power. So what can you do to develop this? First, record yourself during a pitch. Mute the audio. Watch your expressions. Are they aligned with your message? Do you pause with intention? Do your eyes reflect belief in your words? Second, try our facial profiling tool on AI USLC, online to receive insights about your decision-making style. This feedback is not meant to criticize. It's meant to calibrate your presence for maximum impact. Confidence is not loud. It's consistent. Authority is not aggressive. It's intentional. Facial profiling teaches you how to spot these qualities and develop them within yourself. When your face becomes your alanaut, your betrayer, you lead with clarity and calm. In our next episode, we'll dive into how emotional fatigue shows up on the face and how leaders can detect burnout in themselves and their teams before performance declines. But until then, I invite you to look beyond the surface, because when you can read confidence, you can shape outcomes. And when you can project confidence, you can lead transformation. Your face is not a mask. It's a message. Learn to read it, own it, and use it well.